People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain. No one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange.
Greetings, Earthlings.
This is Too Hard to Swallow, a mega expose on the distasteful truths we find each day at the vector of food, beverage, music, and the social ramifications thereof.
Are you going to put that in your mouth? Seriously? Are you going to swallow that?
This episode, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to implement our new low-tech alarm system. And Mother, apparently possessed by the ghost of Ernest Ainsley, goes on a pseudo-religious rant. Oh, fiddlesticks.
The cow says,
I like that.
the sheep goes,
Hi, boys and girls. Hi. Welcome to our super new episode. Can you say numero tres? Sure you can. Episode 3. Episodio 3. For some of you kids that are just tuning in for the first time, let's take a moment to bring us all up to date. Okay?
In our last episode, Nell was left tied to the railroad
In our previous episode, the doctor was having a particularly nasty bout with the old black funk, continually bitching about the lack of any action, while at the same time complaining he's not getting enough medication for his boo-boos.
Okay, easy, bucko. You know, most of us would never figure that the sting left by a fleeting moment of questionable mortality would ever calm me down, or even begin to quell my obsessive-compulsive desire to further expose the inner sanctum of the food and beverage business. But, to be brutally honest, I seem to be gradually morphing into a belligerent hypochondriac. And this is not what we needed this time, as we're not really fully equipped with any medical supplies, let alone any type of sterile environment at Casa Madres.
And you know, golly kids, caregiving can be a thankless effort, especially if not appreciated by your impatient patient. So, in our case, we simply roofied his whiny ass and kept him savagely sedated with the finest narcotics available on the open market.
Legality of product not necessarily a concern at this point.
Sadly, it is starting to cost us quite a bit of dinero to handle his Jones, especially taking into consideration the shady cats we have to deal with in order to procure those special products that only the doctor knows of what benefits they might provide. To confess, we actually had a rare moment of extreme selfishness when we almost considered giving him a much larger dose, thus ridding the civilized world of this drooling reprobate once and for all.
But, dear children, we must be cautious.
As there will always exist a lingering fear that it will increase his lust for these larger doses, and at a time when we desperately need this freak of nature thinking clear, prostituting his art, and out in the field securing the necessary donations for all of our daily operations, the new feeding kitchens, and other incredibly humane gestures that separate us from the rest, causing us to suffer the inevitable loss of self-respect as this bitter pill becomes almost too hard to swallow when pampering the doctor's throbbing, swollen ego.
Okay now, but on a positive note, they do say I can be quite heroic in my quest. That's right, my quest. To abolish the staggering apocalypse of health violations, the assorted price gouging, operating habits, waste, and of course, the never-ending quest for truth, justice, and the American way.
So, at this juncture, we felt the need to apply a stringent plan for immediate rehabilitation. But for the benefit of time already wasted, we'll cut to the chase, as all futile efforts on our part, including aerobics, Pilates, badminton, croquet, shuffleboard, a half dozen styles of yoga, along with a little treadmill, have been followed by very little response, as he finds this particular workout repulsive and demands other types of cardiovascular stimulation, such as happy endings and anal massages, but let's not get into that right now.
Just a simple attempt at waking this useless piece of shite before noon has been thoroughly demoralizing.
But with a renewed dose of optimism, chased by some of the finest sipping tequila available, we were able to design a gonzo method when needing to increase the necessary rush of blood to the heart. Well, boys and girls, by the hands on Mr. Clock, it's 7 a.m., and the perfect time to wake up our very own Looney Tune. Okay, kids, earmuffs, there's gonna be some naughty words. Ready? Here we go. Dr. Daddy, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
What the fuck is that? Mother, turn that down, please. Mother, don't make me crazy. Turn that shit down. What is this, Richard Simmons? Are you out of your freaking mind? What good is that gonna do? Turn that shit down. Don't make me come up and I will kick this fucking door in and break your fucking vegetable-eating neck. Now come on, turn it down, let me get some rest. We'll talk later. Did you hear me?
I know. It seems a bit over the top. But look at it this way. If he's useless, what the heck good is he to this organization? Through no choice of our own, this one-trick pony is our only meal ticket. So, if anger is the only thing that keeps his miserable black heart pumping, is it really necessary for us to try anything else? What rules and or regulations are we supposed to follow here when we're dealing with this type of person? Cardiovascular exercise? It ain't working, and we have no time for conventional techniques. We gotta get him back out there pounding the pavement. Get him pissed off, screaming, maybe throwing some chairs. Hey, some basic banging on the wall is as good as any room of overpriced exercise equipment. To some, it may seem cruel, but to me, I have found that anger can fuel the fire that heats the beating heart. But faith doesn't always work, and the harsh reality is, if it takes anger to get that black heart pumping, well, there's no choice but the obvious. We got to get this hard drinking, hard rugging, hard living son of a bitch working the streets.
He's on a mission.
Yep.
And
he's on a
yes,
mission,
my
all right,
friends,
yeah.
the measures may be tough, but so is the doctor. So, to help in his healing, I must become the healer and rise above as the hungry are multiplying and the tired grow weaker. But I feel the strength, the power growing inside my own strong heart to guide us to salvation. So rise, my starving children, and come to Mother Earth as I pull you in my arms, mend your broken souls, fill your empty stomachs, and guide you to a healthier place. Fear not, my children, for I am the healer, and I will protect you. I will guide you to the mountaintop. Well, my goodness, kids, it sounds like his heart may be slowing down again. So, I guess it's time to pump him up. While our precious subject continues his wonderful workout, why don't we sit back with our favorite libation
Where's the frickin' tequila?
You will rue the fucking day.
and listen
I am
to one of the
coming
doctor's
for you.
old vintage Vegas sagas. But first,
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all.
join the doctor next time as he brutally dissects the food and beverage industry's agenda to sell you what you don't really need to feed on. Find Too Hard to Swallow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and toohardtoswallow.com. Send your accolades and condemnations to toohardtoswallow@gmail.com. Next episode, the exciting premiere of The Bar, plus the mystery of the Molotov Mojito. Here's hoping every bite is a tasty groove and every drink a sultry song. Bye.